Welcome to Greg's Maker Corner. In this video series, I'm going to be talking about the Voron 2.4 and going through an unboxing and then eventually a build series. I guess you could say I've got a little bit of Voron fever. I've built two Voron 0.1s now. I really like the quality that I'm seeing. I like the speed. There's really just a lot of reasons for it. From a hobbyist perspective, and overall, when you look at what's available, what the options are for 3D printers today, I think Voron is a great balance. Decent price machine with great quality results. I don't believe that you're going to be able to find much better machines out there, especially in the price range, when it comes to the overall quality, speed, performance that you're going to get from a Voron machine. I think there's also a really good community behind it. There's good documentation for the most part, and that seems to be just improving and improving. There's a lot of people in the community that are passionate about 3D printing and want to help, and I think the Voron Discord is a great place to go for that. Feel free to ask any questions, comment on the video, let me know if you like it, and of course, a like and a subscribe is always appreciated. So thanks again for watching. There are quite a few kit options, but I went with one from West 3D, and this is really the concept of a self-source configurator. So you can pick just about any combo here. A lot of good options. Kit prices are going to start US dollars right around $1,250, and you can go up from there with many Gucci upgrade options. You're paying for a quality kit, and you're going to get some quality components. So this is really nice. Daniel McKay is the owner of West 3D, and there's a little bit of a note here. He's also got some frequently asked questions, it looks like, on the back. We got a lot of packing material in here. And so here is actually a heated bed, 120 volt, which is good, and it's 750 watts. Probably a little smaller than a full 350, but it should be plenty big enough. All right, we've got some PTFE tube. 4x3, 3 meters long. This is the Meanwell 200 watt, 24 volt power supply. The motion kit, dark side. So I know there are a couple different options here, but you can see everything that's included in here. Lots of different belts, some pulleys with 5mm bores for the motors, a bunch of bearings, shafts with some grind flats on them. This is a big deal here, and this really helps simplify the electronics work. So some pre-crimped wiring. And then we've got some stainless steel screws for the frame. These are M6x8s. Oh, a nice cable chain. So I did not get the IGUS chain, but I did get the West 3D chain. So it's not really sure what that says in Chinese, but it's, you know, definitely a little bit cheaper option. It's got 3 holes. So when you print them out, you need the 3-hole mount. Wow, lots of really high quality stainless steel fasteners. There are different options for the fasteners that you can pick on the kit, but man, this is actually a lot of weight. And then we've got, these appear to be some rubber feet. That'll be for the bottom of the frame. This is for the air filter. This is another smaller power supply, and this is a 25 watt Meanwell. One of my favorite boards here is the Big Tree Tech Octopus Pro, and it's even got the little rubber ducky in there. So I've got some videos on my channel on how to set these up with Clipper. And these are the drivers that or the stepper drivers that you're going to need. Yep. So we've got, it looks like at least, yeah, maybe 6 of these guys. And this is really slick. This Fadus Rapido hot end. So it's kind of cool. It's got a little rocket on it. This is something that I just thought would be really cool to try. I've used both the Dragon and the Dragonfly, and I think they're both great hot ends. So I have no doubt this is going to be a good one too. And these are the titanium backers. These are really slick and they're going to help your gantry from warping. Definitely a really cool add-on. Then we've got some OMC stepper online motor kits. I'm really happy with OMC. I think both LDO and OMC are good motors. Can't go wrong with either one, really. Got the power cable. Got a little JST XH connector kit. That looks pretty nice. And we've got some small and or fragile components. I wonder what's in here. So we got some tape. Omron. So this is like a little sensor here. Got some hex keys. These look like kind of like Wago type connectors. Is that the AC inlet maybe? Probably. Voron sticker. We got some magnets. PTFE tube connector. These look like the Bondtech gears. That looks very familiar. I'm actually going to be building a, I think I'm going to go with a Bondtech LGX Lite, so I probably won't use this stuff, but I did when I was originally ordering this. I wanted to go with that route. Then we got SSR fuses and a diode. Yeah, so there's an SSR in there. Here's some Wago connectors. And we've got a little LD, probably an LDO motor here. And then I've got another box of small components that I'm going to go ahead and open. We've got some different, maybe end stop. Got the Mobilux oil. I really like this because I don't want to buy like a huge thing of it. Got some little LED lights. I think that's for the stealth burner. This is one of those temperature fuse for the heated bed. And lots of fans. So these are GDS time, decent quality. I know some of these are used in the skirt, some of them are used in the hot end. And then this is gonna be, we're gonna have some stepper online motors here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stepper motors. And these are indeed stepper online OMC motors. This is gonna be for the DIN mounting, or mounting in the back for the electrical components. And these guys here, let's see, these are the linear rails in here. So, and it does say that you got to make sure you clean them and grease them before you use them, which definitely makes sense. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and unbox the extrusions here. So I know in typical Ziltech fashion, there's usually some just little aluminum pieces and stuff from the cutting process, but that's real easy to remedy. And yeah, you can kind of see those aluminum chips, so no surprises there for me. Something to be aware of. I know not everybody has probably ordered from them before, but it's real easy. It just, the stuff comes right off and you just wipe it down. But the nice thing about these, they're pre-tapped and drilled where they need to be. You don't have to do any of that work. You can kind of see the ends here. If you do happen to have any rough ends, you can always sand them down, but these all look quite good. Yeah, and you can see like there's the pre-drilled hole there for the blind. And you'll just have to organize these. Probably a good idea to take these off, take these apart somewhere where you can either vacuum it up or maybe outside, and then just kind of take a damp paper towel and wipe them down. And that's a real nice plate. You can kind of see where they cut the notches too. So that's a big sucker, and man, that's definitely got some weight to it. And then last but not least are the panels. Yeah, those are huge. Wow. And these are from Mandela Rose, I believe. So really good textured panels.